What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Superman. And what I wanted to do was pretty much do some sort of like review series on the characters from the Injustice 2 beta. So as of today, this is on January 31st. There are only still 4 characters in the beta, and I wanted to do just my initial impressions on the character, if I like the character, if I don't like the character, what are some likes and dislikes, some buffs, some nerfs that I would see, the character gets in the future. So let's start off here with the tried and true DC poster boy, Superman. Obviously, I love this character because my name is Super. I actually made my name because Superman is my favorite, I was gonna say character of all time, but I think he's my favorite comic book character of all time. He's always been that since I was a kid, just Superman is awesome. He's the most overpowered character of all time, and that's something that I love. I love, just the strongest, most overpowered characters ever. That's why Wilt Chamberlain is one of my favorite basketball players of all time, because he was like the biggest, the most dominant, 100 points in a game. It's just I love those kind of characters, just the overpowered characters. So my review for Superman in the Injustice 2 beta is, I think he's really fucking good, man. He's really good because he retains a lot of what he was in the first Injustice game, and I'm really happy about that. With the gear system, you could actually get different kinds of moves. I haven't played the beta enough to unlock a lot of unique attacks and abilities that he has, but Superman is pretty much the Injustice 1 Superman. I think he's a little bit more toned down because his zoning isn't as good as it was on the first Injustice game, and his forward 2, 3 into breath, I believe was 0 on block before, meaning you could, if your opponent's not really fast and doesn't press a button that's faster than your forward 2, you could frame trap him a lot. But that doesn't mean it's not there. So the breath is now only -2, meaning that your opponent has a lot more time to press a down one or press a button to interrupt Superman. But if you're not fast enough and Superman does forward 2, 3 breath, and he does another forward 2, he is going to catch you and you're going to eat that 40% combo. So for you guys who maybe are new to the Injustice franchise and get into the Injustice 2 beta, I would highly recommend you guys start off with Superman because he's very, very easy to play. He's very good. There are a lot of tricks with Superman that I'll talk a little bit about in this video that I've learned. Sadly, I don't have any footage because I lost a good amount of gameplay. Unfortunately, my capture card decided to go black for one of my live stream recordings where I did, just very, very well with Superman. But anyways, what you want to do as a Superman player is you want to zone people out, you want to control spacing, and you want to use your forward 2 string, which is the lunging attack that you guys are, that attack right there, forward 2, 3, forward 2, 3. That is your life with Superman. He does have a 50-50 potential because he has a string that's 2, 2, 3, which hits, I believe it hits high, mid, overhead, and you could special cancel it into breath. And he also has the scoop, which the scoop now they changed from Injustice 1, so you have to actually spend the bar of meter to continue the combo with the scoop. So if you end your combo with the scoop in Injustice 1, Superman will launch your opponent for some more hits. Now you have to spend the bar of meter to do that. And I definitely think that's fair for sure, because if he would have the scoop for free, he would be getting 60 or 50 every touch with 1 bar, and I don't think a lot of people want to get almost 1 touch killed with this character, which you absolutely can in the corner, which is one of the most dangerous things about Superman when it comes to his trait and being in the corner. But back to his 50-50. So if you actually want to get like a 50-50 and have people try to guess what you're gonna do, you could either do 2-2-3 and complete the full string, or you could do 2-2 into scoop. Keep in mind the scoop is unsafe. It is unsafe, so you will get punished if you actually do the scoop. So now let's move on to a couple other things. What I did right there, what you guys saw me do, is something that is really important with Superman. His forward 2-3 into traits. That is very, I don't think it's very plus. Excuse me, it's not very plus anymore, but it is plus on block. Meaning that if your opponent tries to do a down 1 and it's not fast enough, your forward 2 is actually going to catch his down 1 before he could get it out, and you're going to get a free full combo. You could also do forward 2-3 into trait into grab. That's another Superman tactic that's been around since the beginning. That does 18%, because once Superman has his trait activated, everything does a lot more damage. So his grab goes from 14% to 18%. So that's something really strong that you could do. Forward 2-3 on block, you trait cancel, and you grab your opponent immediately. And it's very hard to well, I shouldn't say it's very hard, but when you have so many options like Superman has, when you throw in grabs in there, it just adds another mind game, and it's a little bit hard to tech on reaction if you're just not expecting it. So if you're playing versus Superman, always keep it in the back of your head that if a Superman does forward 2-3 into trait, that he might grab. So just keep that in mind. Be ready to tech that. The way you tech throws in this game is you just press the throw button. So when someone throws you, you press the throw button and it techs the throw. It's not a guessing game like it is in Mortal Kombat X. It's just that simple. You just press the throw button to tech grabs in Injustice 2. So moving on to something else that Superman has that's very strong in the corner, which is his air ground pounds. That thing is really, really good. So for example, if you get your opponent into a combo in the corner, you could end it any way you want. You could end it in a sweep, you could end it in a stand 3, and on the way down, if they try to get up quickly, you're actually going to be able to catch them. And the best thing about that is that move right there that you guys just saw me do. Yeah, that was me. Moron, does it mid-screen so you get punished. Yeah, that's very smart. Learn from that, guys. But in the corner, that actually creates a ground bounce. Well, it creates a ground bounce no matter what if your opponent gets hit by it, but mid-screen you're not going to get anything. But in the corner, you could loop it again into another ice breath and freeze your opponent again, do another combo into another guess of whether your Superman is going to ground pound behind your opponent or in front of your opponent. And let me tell you guys, as someone who has played a really good Superman, it is very hard to tell what direction the ground pound is going to land on. Is it going to land behind you? Is it going to land in front of you? Of course, the higher up, the better chances the ground pound will land behind you. But if someone does it instantly, like they do an instant air ground pound, sometimes they don't even know what side it's going to land on. But if you're in the corner, just keep in mind the higher Superman does his ground pound, the more likely it is for it to cross you up. That means you have to block, like if you're outside of the corner, you have to block to the right if you're on the left side. And pretty much Superman's combos are the same. The same as Injustice 1. If you guys want to practice some Superman stuff and you have Injustice 1, just look up combos on YouTube. They're pretty much all the same. Forward 2-3, forward 2-3 is your best friend. I can't stress that enough. You are going to have to learn how to control space, and what I mean by that is with Superman, one of the best things is you walk back and forth. You're playing neutral, you walk back and forth. Someone sticks a button out there for Atrocitus. Let me give you guys an example. Atrocitus has a really nice down one. If you're playing versus Atrocitus and you're playing as Superman, you're walking back and forth playing neutral. That is if he doesn't just do the blood puddle. If he sticks out a down one and you're walking back and forth, that leaves you at perfect range for you to whiff punish his down one, meaning that if he does a down one, if he pokes you, if he tries to poke you and it hits nothing but air, you're going to be at a perfect situation to forward to that down one and catch him into a full combo. And what Superman's combo is pretty much, you either, if you have trait, you do forward 2-3 trait, and it makes Superman's animation get canceled very fast, so you recover quickly. you do forward 2 into Ice Breath. And then after that, you could just mix up the combo however you want, depending on how much damage you get, depending if you're in the corner, depending if you want to do unclashable damage, because the opponent cannot actually clash back 3s, forward 3s, and grabs. So, you know, it just depends on what situation you're in. But pretty much your bread and butter string and combo with Superman is going to be forward 2, 3, and if you have trait, you do forward 2, 3, trait cancel, forward 2 into Ice Breath, and then do whatever you want after that. You know, you get creative in the corner, like I mentioned. You get so much damage off resets. I actually have a video going up sometime. I'll probably put it, I'll put the little clip where I reset someone for like 80% sometime at the end of this video once I finish the commentary. Actually, I think I'm done finished making the video. I pretty much talked about everything that I want to about Superman. He's pretty much the same as Injustice 1. He is toned down a little bit more, but so is Batman. And, you know, the other two characters, they're pretty much all good. And I'll talk more about those characters when I do their specific videos. But I definitely love the way Superman plays in this game. I think he's looking better and better. I know he's going to look even better when the game comes out. But as far as, you know, visuals are concerned, I didn't really like I didn't like Superman's face visually, to be honest, when the game was first introduced. But I think over time, he's looked better and better, and maybe that's because, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it just looks like they want to make him look a little bit more like Henry Cavill as time goes on. And, you know, he looks a lot different now than he did when they first showed off Superman. And I think he's looking better and better. And to be honest, I actually wouldn't mind Superman to look like Henry Cavill. I actually like Henry Cavill's Superman. I'm probably going to get, you know, mobbed after that. But I actually like Henry Cavill's Superman. And I wouldn't mind if the Injustice 2 Superman looked exactly like him. But as far as his gameplay, I have so much fun playing with Superman. I know that it's just forward 2, 3, forward 2, 3, forward 2, 3. But trust me, when you're playing as Superman, you're playing neutral, you're walking back and forth, and you're playing versus Atrocitus, and he tries to throw out that forward 2 string. You back up and you wait for the perfect time, and you whiff punish him with your own forward 2. Oh, it feels great because Superman hits like a truck, so that leads to 40, 45, 50%, and they're dead. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, if you're a beginner to Injustice and you start off on Injustice 2 Beta, try out Superman first because he's like the most basic out of all the characters, in my opinion. Very good to start off with. He's like the Scorpion of Injustice 2. I would recommend Scorpion for a new player trying out MKX, and for Injustice 2 Beta, I would recommend you try out Superman first. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. How do you like that? How do you like that? How many resets was that? 2 resets. Dead. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.